Joe Henshaw here again, your friendly local constitutional counselor from California. And this video is going to be about the quote unquote issue of abortions. And it's not anywhere near what you're going to think initially, but that's my job, is to educate you on really how to deal with this. Now, I'm personally, by the way, not thrilled with abortion, but that said, there is the right to it, at least within certain limits, but it has nothing to do with Roe v. Wade or Dobbs v. Jackson. You have to learn how to present the right issue to the United States Supreme Court. And they have their own kind of list of private rules that covers a lot of ground in this area. And I'm trying to get there in other ways too, and we have a right to be in the U.S. Supreme Court. You'll learn that, by the way. Send me an email, youwinnincourt@gmail.com. We have the right to be there in the original jurisdiction of the U.S. Supreme Court. When you learn the truth of that, it's astounding. But given that, we raise the right issues, there are local rules that they think they're covered by, which don't apply to us, and we'll talk more about that later. But one of those local rules says that the court will not uh, anticipate deciding a constitutional law in the advance of the necessity of doing so. You don't ask, we won't answer. And we know that all the goddamn state bar attorneys or either don't know, don't care, or won't present our issues in any event. All that's left in this de facto system of government that we have are pro se litigants with their specious, frivolous, sovereign citizen arguments, otherwise known as the original intent of those racist framers who set up the best government that we've ever had, and we want it back. We can go back and do things right and make changes that way, not what happened back in the 1860s. And you'll learn a lot about that. Send me an email, uwincourt@gmail.com. Just really exciting. We're in the right place and the right time. First time in 150 years. And waiting for some younger Trump appointees to get on the court, because then they'll be in control there for 15 or 20 years. And boy, when the shit hits the fan, it's going to be overwhelming. And the justices of that court are going to have to apologize to the American people for not doing their job. But with Joe Goodman's on there, and they say, yeah, there's been a real problem here. We get it. We're complicit too. But we're going to start doing our job the way the Constitution mandates it. And that means when we get there with our cases, they get decided correctly and in our favor. And as you will learn, probably default judgments in our favor. For more information, send me an email, uwincourt@gmail.com. And this issue is a week later here, getting us back to where we should be. And you'll learn much business of the Constitution do apply here. And it's not the Bill of Rights. Articles 1 through 8 of the Bill of Rights ain't not how it works. And you'll learn all about that too. So send me an email, uwincourt@gmail.com. And they're going to just love what's going on here. With Trump and executive orders and things, and he's been overdoing it. And I know why, too, because when we get the younger justices on the court, they're going to rule against a lot of his executive orders. But this will also limit future presidents to keep them from trying to do the same thing. I see the handwriting on the wall here, the pieces of the puzzle. And behind the scenes, that's what's going on. So it's all good news for us. You're going to love every bit of it. So send me an email, uwincourt@gmail.com. Remember to subscribe, like the videos, tell your friends, get the word out. The sooner we start taking action and real action, the sooner we get our government, our lawful government back. Which was nothing more than an organization of independent states where most of the business got done in the states and or the counties, even better on the county level, much less expensive and more activity available for those affected by it, especially in education. I'll be talking more about that too. There isn't any now, and there was not any when I was in school all those decades ago, right outside of Washington, D.C. They didn't learn jack about any of what I know now. But I know I want to teach you and help you get through whatever it is you have, whether it's foreclosure, addiction, child support, and things like that. When you start asking the right questions with the right status, that's when it gets interesting in a hurry. You're going to love it. So send me an email, youwincourt@gmail.com, and I'll pick up the train of thought here on the next video. Thank you.